trying a different camera mode with Gopro.
All the snow was gone. And it's back.
Hyperview mode.
And it's gone.
Yeah, this wasn't enough to really.
Boy, the water was running fast yesterday.
Oh, I bet.
Man, it was zooming. Because that 2 inches was melting in a hurry.
So quickly. Even though it didn't get that warm, really.
It didn't have to. Might be back on the 24th. It's Monday. This big of a town. It's a lot smaller before.
Yeah.
I said Minot used to be a lot smaller.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In the 80s and 90s.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, even smaller way back when, but yeah.
I mean, just not that long ago.
10 years, yeah.
Well,
before the oil boom, really. Before the flood and the oil boom, although a lot of people left after the oil boom, after the flood. So.
Yeah.
And then they built new stuff, and everybody came back in.
Well, there's a lot of it sitting empty too. So.
Well, yeah, there is that too. Give it a few years, and people forget, and then they'll build right up to the dike.
Yep, some of them have already done it. So.
It's like Grand Forks; they're building right up next to the dike again.
Bad idea. Yeah.
Like, did they forget '96?
Yep. Triples are even worse, but they're not as long. They're shorter. Well, maybe the first one's long. Other ones are shorter, I think. But those are 2 full-length trailers.
Yep.
So nothing I want to be driving.
Oh no. Really long turns. Wide.
And wide, yeah.
Weight.
You see it.
Yeah, the
every
truck's
time he shifts gear, getting that much weight moving is quite a thing.
Yep.
If you go just a teeny bit faster, we would have it. I asked Milo at the funeral yesterday, are you on the Fargo? Or Grand Forks? Nope.
Well, that's a long way to go for... I don't even know about their how that thing's working.
I thought about doing it just to do it, just to get out of town, go over and harass Marla a little bit.
Yeah.
In a restaurant, not like we did last time. And have a little bit of fun, and we can be bored to tears, and we'll come back.
Yeah.
And Mom said no, so I guess that was enough. But I was all.
Yeah, I guess Tom Trader is retiring. He put a thing on Facebook.
Where's he moving back to Minnesota?
No, he's just retiring. I don't think he's leaving. He's just retiring. After 26 years of serving Minot.
Well, you know what? It ain't going to be the same without Tom.
Oh, no. No.
And I don't know if Skywarn will get pushed as much.
I'm not sure who's replacing him.
Officially?
If it's Alicia Huck or if it's somebody else, I don't know.
I don't think it's the new lady because she hasn't proved herself.
No, but Alicia has been there for a while. And then in the weather.
There's a guy in there.
I don't know. Yeah, but I think he's pretty new still.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah. Any of them could be good. We'll see. But everything is coming out of Bismarck. Eventually, there won't be anything up here.
No.
Or anywhere else. And we'll become like Carpio for news. You know, Carpio today. Cool. Yeah. No, I hadn't thought of that. All right, there we go. Well, that's a passing of the.
Yep.
It's hard to imagine Tom won't be there. I had heard rumors he was going to move to Thief River Falls or something like that.
In
Minnesota.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I suppose he can if he wants to.
You got your place here paid for. You can still show up periodically. Or you can sell it and move somewhere else. Since we didn't buy a house, we didn't store money in the house, so that was a mistake in several ways.
Yeah, but it's paid off. It's one thing.
It's 4 walls and a roof.
Yeah, it'd be a lot rent. Although if you didn't rent it, you'd be paying property taxes. It'd be about the same damn thing. And property tax would be a lot higher.
Either renting it from the sheriff or from the bank. It's kind of the way it is.
Yeah, the property taxes would be higher than the lot rent is.
Yes. Oh yeah, Ken said his went from $700 to $1,000.
Jesus.
Yeah. His cost. It's called the what do they call it? You pay in to make your payment for your house loan, and it also includes the insurance and the taxes. His just went up $300. So I think before it was $700, but house taxes have gone up so much, it's now $1,000 every month. So he's not impressed with that. I said, well,
believe me, I worry about that too.
Well, I do a lot of things. Like if we need a new vehicle or something, it's going to be used for sure.
Yeah, well, obviously it's going to be used.
And we've got some money in the bank. We feel pretty good about that. But as they continue to destroy the currency, what money we got is worth less and less. And our 401ks have recovered some, but they really got clobbered.
Yeah.
Our buddy that's in there now knocked us down over $10,000 and even more. But then it's come back somewhat. If he wouldn't have done that, we might have had more money in the 401k than when we started taking it out. There might be an equal or higher amount of money in there because of the amount.
That's crazy, huh?
Well, we could have been making money and still pulling money out of it and still having more money. But that's not the way it is now, for sure. They got it all hosed up now. We're definitely in the hole. We still got money, but I mean, you could blow through it pretty quick.
Yeah, a little accident here on the
anything. You need a new roof, you need a new furnace, you need a new car. Any of those could be. Even that water heater was a really big expense, but it's a pretty cool water heater. It's It's all electronic, super smart, and all the rest of that stuff. You know? When we get a new furnace someday, if we do, then that'll probably be the same type of thing. You know, and I'm very unhappy with the Delta and United websites for trying to do research on flights and that. They just want to tell you, this is what you're taking. I'm like,
pretty much. Well, if you're going to go to those, yeah, but you're talking about going to a certain country.
Well, even just to Corpus Christi, not Corpus Christi, Charleston, even to Charleston. Okay, so we tried to look in the past. I could look at flights and say, okay, this flight. Now I don't know if it's not is because I was in the company system.
Well, I could see a lot of this stuff changed after COVID.
Yes, it did.
A lot of their planes and everything else
changed. But the whole structure to it used to be. It used to be you could go on their website, Delta or United or anybody, and you could say I want to go to anywhere, and I can look at all the flights, and it will also tell me what's called a -1 flight. Okay. And a -1 flight is a flight that takes off. Say you fly to Minneapolis and you see a -1 to Jamaica. All right. Well, you better pay attention to the -1 because in reality, what it means is you're stopping somewhere, even though it doesn't show that. The -1 shows you something's going on. So what will happen is instead of flying directly to Jamaica, you might fly to Atlanta. And in Atlanta, you may in fact change planes, even though it's got the same flight number.
Crazy.
You need to know that. So when I was trying to check that stuff out to go to Israel, it wasn't telling me squat. It didn't tell me what airline. You know, I'm pretty sure that Delta doesn't fly from Newark all the way to Israel.
No, I don't.
That's
think
a long. I mean, you can do it, but it's a
Air
long.
Canada might.
Well, yeah, but it's a really long flight.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
So, what people usually do is they fly like to New York or Newark or whatever.
Well, yeah, and then they get on a plane to New York.
And then they go to like Amsterdam or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they catch a flight there to the Middle East.
Yeah.
The way it's usually done. But it doesn't tell me a dash anything, so I don't know. It didn't tell me anything about visas that might be required, and all the rest is you could look up and say, I don't want to leave at 5 a.m. I want to leave at 9 a.m. Well, that shifts everything all the way out and back. And it's not giving you the information you need.
And then what happens if you miss your connecting flight?
You got a big problem. And if you manage to get to where you're going and you don't have a passport, they'll put you right back on a plane and spin you right back around. And not coming in.
On the airport
and a lot of places you got to right back on the next plane heading west. And they may in fact charge you for the joy. I don't know. But anyhow, you've got to have your visa if you need one. You got to have your passport. You got to have all this stuff. And I'm like, because I was like, well, that would be kind of cool. I know it's on stable time again, but that would be kind of cool. And it's like, okay, it's $3,000 each just for the tour. All right, that's $6,000. Okay.
This is $7,000 for each ticket.
And no, it's about $7,000 for two of not the top ticket, but of tickets. And that ends up being $14,000 right away.
Ouch.
And you haven't done anything.
You haven't left
right?
it.
So what's that tell you?
That's a lot of money.
Yes. I can watch it on TV just fine. And when Sarah gets back and she wants to bring pictures, I'll be glad to look at them.
Well, that's what the thing would be is if you went on a thing with the church, you might be able to get a better rate.
And they would, but still, it's still $3,000 each.
Yeah.
Just to get on the bus and ride around. I don't know if that includes hotel stays.
No idea.
Or meals or anything. I don't think so. But anyhow, that's the way that is.
But yeah, I have considered budgeting and stuff like that.
Well, I don't think going to the Tetons is a bad idea. I don't know how Mom would feel about it, but it's going to depend what her doctors say.
Yeah. And how we're doing at that time. And
how everything's doing at that time might not be very nice. It's been that way for years now. It's getting old.
Yeah, I know. like, how much do I currently use my current one? And I was like,
Yeah.
I got all the lenses for that thing.
Yeah. Figure out whether we're going to do pizzas or ham tomorrow. I don't know.
Ham sounds interesting. Ham sounds good.
Well, not my call. So
Yeah.
we'll figure it out somewhere.
Motor's up still.
Not as energetic as it was. Still, some water coming down. Yeah, nice to have some water in the river. Nice to see it moving some instead of just being stagnant. I finally pitched that small one out.
Well, that one that Mom had, that netbook thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really terrible.
Well, she liked it though. She learned to do stuff on it, so that was good.
But this one she should have a lot of fun with. Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to have Windows 11 on it, but
it's going to be light.
Yes, it'll be a lot later. Same 15-inch, but it'll be a 256 SSD. It's not a huge SSD, but then she didn't really use that much on her other ones. Would be a lot faster processor. She had the 2500U at that time. The first generation Ryzen for laptops.
Well, it was nice to be able to pick up something that was light.
Yeah.
That could link in.
Yep.
And I could do all the taxes laying in bed with Mom.
Yep.
And that was...
Hers will be more powerful than yours.
Well, that's fine. I'm just saying, it was amazing to be able to do that. Now, if it talks to the M1MM talks to the 590. But for some reason, I haven't been able to get it to talk to the 7300. And I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or whatever. Anyhow, I tagged the one cord with a cable tie to let me know it's the 590 one. If I can find a different color one, I'll put it on. But anyhow, the other one is for the 7.
Just take one of those twisty tie thingies.
That's what I did. I tied it with the little cable tie, the black cable tie on here. So I know that it's 590. But
there's a bit Gen Z I want the same laptop now too.
How many do you need?
I don't know. I haven't looked at hers in forever. I haven't looked at Mom's original one she's using now forever. I mean, I know it has a hard drive on it, so but I don't think we've even looked at it.
How do you wipe if you decide to get rid of something that has a solid state drive? Do you just...
If it's a solid state?
Yeah.
Well, you can open it up and take it out. It's a lot easier too.
Is it? You just pop it out of there?
Pretty much, and you can replace it.
Okay.
If it's an NVMe drive, which most of them are that are solid state,
just to open
it's
up
easy
a plate,
to pop it up.
Pop it out.
It looks, the NVMe drives look like memory sticks.
Can you upgrade your memory sticks too while you're at it?
Depending.
Okay.
If the motherboard has a slot for it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them come. The cheaper ones, one of the sticks of memory comes pre-soldered to the board.
Yeah.
And then sometimes there's another stick option.
Yeah.
I think there is an option for another stick of memory. I think you could put another 8 gig stick in that one. Because I saw the exact same model on Walmart, and you could get the one with 16 gigs for like $100 more. But it's like $100. No, I don't want to spend that much more. You could get a RAM chip for less.
Depends what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, you could probably upgrade the SSD in it without any trouble.